Am I the asshole? For asking my son to stop eating like a dog and to leave the dining table? ETA he lowers his head onto the plate and scratches his nose while smelling. Sometimes he does bring it up to his nose, he likes to do both occasionally. I forgot to mention that. My son has a bad habit of smelling his food before he eats them. As in he would just bring it up to his nose, sniff at it before eating. We have asked him multiple times to not do that, and that it's really bad table manners. His excuse is that smelling the food just makes it better before eating. Today he did the same thing again. We were having dessert, and as expected, he brought it up to his nose to begin smelling it. I lost my temper as I have told him umpteen times before to not do that and asked him what he was doing. He said nothing, that he was just inhaling the scent. I reminded him and asked whether he forgot what I had told him about it. He looked rather irritated and said it's none of my business of how he eats. I told him that it's my house and that if he wants to eat like a dog, he has to leave the dining table. He looked shocked and left without saying a word. My wife thinks I was out of order, but I was just frustrated at how disgusting this habit is and how he doesn't seem to care despite us telling him so many times before. Am I the asshole? You're the asshole. You really need to see someone about your anger. I don't see how sniffing it is a problem. He's not shoving his face in his plate and eating it without hands, now that's eating like a dog. Some people like to smell their food before eating. I know I do, but I let it sit in front of me. Maybe it's a phase, but you're the asshole. It's not being rude. What's rude is chewing with your mouth open and making a mess. It doesn't sound like he's doing that. It seems like the only one that is bothered is you. You're the asshole. Wow. You need to just calm down. Many people sniff their food before they take the first bite because it smells good. Why does it bother you that much that he likes the smell of food? You're the problem here, not him. You're the asshole. I have no idea why this is getting under your skin so much, but maybe it's worth giving yourself a time out and thinking about it. What you said to him was verbally abusive, and you should apologize. You're the asshole. FYI, most of the taste of the food comes from the smell. AITA for being so dramatic. What exactly is so disgusting about appreciating your food? AITA sounds like he has sensory issues or something, and you don't give a f or lack the basic knowledge on sensory issues and how strong the urges can be. Pretty obviously he does, or else he wouldn't do this every single time he eats. Use your brain. You're the asshole. WTF was that outburst about? Smelling your food is part of the experience and doesn't make you a dog. What is disgusting about that? Is it disgusting when people smell their wine too? You're the asshole. I don't really see what's so rude about smelling his own food. It's not like he's shoving it up his nose or eating with his face in the food like an actual dog. You sound like you have anger issues. You're the asshole. These damn teens today and their food smelling. Back in my day you ate what was in front of you or else you'd get punched in the jaw by your father after he had a few too many. You're the asshole. I'm 45 and still sniff my food. I have a strong sense of smell and I love smelling something delicious as I eat it. Lighten up, Francis. You're the asshole. As a parent, you need to manage your emotions and role model to your son how to speak calmly and kindly to others. This is even more important than teaching him about table manners, and you completely failed. There was absolutely no need to lose your temper and yell at him like that. You could easily have just explained to him that his behavior is distracting to others around him and that you would appreciate if he didn't do that in front of you. Instead, you lashed out at him as if you were the child in the relationship. You have a lot of growing up to do if you want your son to become a good person. You're the asshole. Calm the FCK down, dude. Might be weird to you, but a lot of people have quirky eating habits and smelling food doesn't sound gross to me. He wasn't blowing his fucking nose on it then putting it in his mouth. Pick your battles, man. One day you'll wonder why you have an adult son that wants nothing to do with you and won't want his kids around you. Pointless and imaginary boomer table manners. Learn to control your temper before you try and set any kind of example for your son. You're the asshole. Info: how is he sniffing? Like, raising the whole plate bowl to his nose, or just a forkful spoonful? For the former, it might be a little outside of social norms, and I think you can be gentle about correcting him, or telling him that people don't usually do that. If it's the latter, then I don't see the harm. Aroma is a significant contributor to taste, after all. You're the asshole. Eating like a dog? Dogs don't use cutlery, they lick it up. Your son is not eating like a dog. It is not the end of the world, I note that you say, despite us telling him, whereas your wife is telling you that you were out of order. She's right. You are wrong. How is it disgusting to smell your food? That's completely normal. You are overreacting and being in a hole to your own son. You're the asshole, big time. By the way, that hole "it's my house" blah blah will only make him move out as fast as is possible for him. You're the asshole. There's nothing wrong with smelling food. God, you sound fucking annoying. Leave him alone and work on your anger issues. You're the asshole and you need to enroll in anger management classes ASAP. How dare you abuse your child like this? How dare you break their spirit this way? Who do you want them to grow up to be? The fact that you can't see how horrendous your behavior is tells me that things in your home are absolutely horrible. Don't be surprised when your children move out and never call or come for visits. You're the asshole. You are punishing your child for harmless behavior. You're the asshole man. I'm someone who personally smells their food. I still do, and I'm a fully grown man. It's just a sensory need and personal preference thing that some people like to do. I've had a few people mention it in my life, but no one has ever been repulsed or angry at me for it. Sounds like it's just a personal pet peeve of yours, but that doesn't mean you should take it out on your son. Show him what a solid male role model who knows how to make up for their mistakes looks like by saying sorry. You're the asshole. You sound mean. My teens come into the kitchen and smell the pots I have food cooking in. What's the big idea, sir? I told him it's my house. It's also his house. Parents who hold basic necessities over kids' heads are awful people. It wasn't his choice to be born, and it's not his choice where he lives. It's his house too. It's not his pleasure to live in it, it's his right as your son. It's okay to smell your food and enjoy it. It's also okay to stop being controlling and mean for literally no reason. Call a therapist. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. Most of the flavor we get from food is actually from our sense of smell. He's not eating with his fingers or shoving his face in the plate, he's enjoying the first most important part of actually eating. Dang. He's gonna run fast. Dad, take it from me, 52, mom of 4, youngest 19 and autistic, so I have some experience. What you are describing is not rude, gross, disrespectful, or disgusting. You're the asshole, winking face, promise. You're the asshole. Have you ever done a tasting? You smell whatever you're about to put on your tongue. It helps you understand the flavors. Your son is probably onto something smelling the food before eating it. It has no effect on you. Also, my dog has never smelled anything before eating it. You're the asshole. See you at the nursing home. I would say comparing your child to a animal is 10x worse than having someone smell their food. I don't know how he does it, but if it's that offensive, maybe you can find a compromise, such as a forkful up to his nose rather than the whole plate. If he's bringing the whole plate up to his nose, then I can understand you asking him to modify how he does it. Justifies talking to your kid that way. It's abusive. You're the adult. Use your words properly. You're the asshole. Oh no, he smells the food? X200B. RME. X200B. Chefs do it all the time. That's not eating like a dog, LOL. You're the asshole, and a controlling one at that.